pumped. Okay, the 7 magic words that gets every seller to list their home with you. Hi, I'm Devin Niemer. I'm the CEO of Real Estate Faster, and we send realtors up to 10 listing appointments every month in exchange for a small fee at the close of escrow. To give you an idea of the size of the company, we set over $1 billion worth of listing appointments in 2017 alone. Today, I'm going to give you the magic 7-word phrase that will get every seller to list their home with you. Most of my clients are within the top 1% of agents in their market, but when I jump on a call with my realtors to qualify them for our exclusive program, the first thing I teach them is how to create an instant credibility bullet. This is the most effective technique to close sellers. When I ask them to give me their current instant credibility bullets, 80% of the time they give me a bulky paragraph of information, and here's the problem with that. No one is going to remember that paragraph. You can't repeat it over and over again, and people don't take note of all of your accomplishments, they average them. On a scale of 1 to 10, if the first thing you told me was a 10, the second thing you told me was an 8, and the third item was a 6, then they wouldn't add it all up and say you're a 24 out of 10. They would average it and say that you're an 8. But if the only thing that you told them was a 10, then they'd think of you as a 10 out of 10. Does it need to be exactly 7 words? No, absolutely not. But it should be less than 15 words. For example, in the intro of the video, I told you that we set over $1 billion worth of listing appointments in 2017 alone. That is Real Estate Faster's instant credibility bullet. It's 13 very memorable words. I have a client in Southern California who's been in business for 27 years. And while that is a long time, to some people, 27 years could mean that he's old and outdated. So I'd only give that 7 out of 10. In 2017, he sold over 160 homes, which for most agents I would say is a fantastic bullet, and we could stop there. But since I knew he was in business for a long time, and was putting up these kinds of numbers with more expensive California homes, I challenged him to figure out his total dollar volume sold. He thought it was somewhere around $250 million. And I said, no way, I bet it's over $1 billion. So he looked it up, he texted me, and he said that prior to 2002, his MLS wasn't online and couldn't get the older data, but since 2002, his team has sold $1,875,000 in real estate, which is 2,964 transactions. So I told him we could say that he sold over $1 billion or that he sold over 3,000 homes. Both of those would be a 10 out of 10. The main thing you want in your instant credibility bullets is something that I call overwhelming social proof. The number one influence on human behavior is our innate desire to do what other people are doing. Sometimes you meet with people and you don't do business with them for weeks or even months. And when they're evaluating their options and they think back to their meeting with you, they're only going to remember 2 things. Number 1 is how they felt, and this is really important. I'll cover it in a different video. But number 2 is your most repeated items. By defining your bullets and using them over and over again, that will be the logical justifier that you need for them choosing you over any other agent that they're considering. My brother's mother-in-law passed away, and he said he's going to put her house on the market. So of course I asked him if he had a realtor, and he said yes, my friend Christian, he's in the top 4% at Coldwell Banker. Well, top 4% is a 6-word instant credibility bullet. Here's the power of this. If he would have just said, my friend Christian, instead of using the bullet, I would have said that he should meet with my friend, who's the number 1 agent in his area. And his response, if he knew the bullet, would have been to push back and say, no, he's a friend, and he's in the top 4% at Coldwell Banker. But if he didn't know the bullet at all, and just had a friend in real estate, I would have been able to influence him to meet my friend because I know my friend's bullet. That's powerful stuff that leads to a lot more referrals. I'll go into more detail on psychology of selling in my next video, but to sum up instant credibility bullets, you want to create a 4 to 15 word bullet point that hits them with the biggest point you want them to remember about you, and ideally it should include social proof. Once you have your instant credibility bullet, you want to put it on all of your marketing materials and incorporate it into your scripts. This is what separates you from the crowd of realtors. I hope you got some value out of today's quick tip, and if you want to schedule a meeting to chat about how I can help you get an additional 50 sales per year, just click on the button below to schedule a time.